Good morning, everybody. Wow, look at that poof. A little better. So, as you may notice, there is an addition to the living room. There's this giant table that we've actually been using to play D&D because we're unabashed nerds, so there's still D&D stuff out everywhere. And this living room still isn't put together, so I don't have a couch or anything, and I'm sitting at the TV table, but the big TV is in the bedroom because, we don't have a couch yet, so we're just watching it in bed. So yeah, we played D&D all weekend, and that is sparkling cider, not champagne. It could be. I should have got champagne. And then we also spent the weekend playing games. We went and bought this and this, both of which I used to have and have kind of had to recollect a collection that we had when I was a kid. So I've got a bunch more, but that's not important right now. I also got this cool coffee cup, and there's not coffee in it right now, it's just water, but it was like $1 at the store, so. I did also get a wall hanging for the other room, but I'm not actually filming in there today. I will do that probably next time. The chair was out here, and all the things. So, I actually just had a short story for you today because I wanted to document it, and even though I put it on Tumblr, it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's gonna see it or hear it or whatever. So, the other night, probably about a week ago, I think it was, I was having a really bad night. Like, a bunch of stuff just came up, and all of a sudden I was completely overwhelmed, completely just destroyed emotionally. And so here I am, laying in bed, trying to sleep, and I learned some things about myself. That's basically what this is. So, there is a shamanic practice, I believe, could just be making this up, anyway, as to where you are stepping into the energy forms of your guides in one way or another, either to experience yourself from a different point of view or see yourself from the outside or something like that. So here I am trying to sleep, and I'm completely distraught, and so I go to my normal, beachside meditation place in my mind, and Roland is there, and he basically, I don't know, we hung out for a while just doing nothing. I usually go swimming in the ocean every time I'm there, and usually it takes a lot of the weight off as far as, pain and just emotional torment goes. So we're there, and he is like, this is paraphrasing heavily. Basically, he wanted me to step into his energy signature so that, basically it's like an equivalent of come here, have a hug kind of thing, because I really needed one. And so I step into his energy signature, kind of just an envelope, around my body, and all of a sudden, I leave this body, because when I meditate, I'm usually always in this body. I look like me. So when that happened, I kind of left this body and saw myself as this little white sketch outline within his big orange energy signature. And the little white sketch that was me of what I took out of this body as to be in his energy was a little girl. It was a child. And all at once I just got completely emotionally overwhelmed, and I just started to cry, because basically in all of the pain and everything, what detached from me that needed the most healing was a little child. A child that is part of me that I have not acknowledged for one reason or another. And I mean, it makes a lot of sense, because I basically didn't really have time, or growing up as a kid, I wasn't really allowed to be a kid. There was way too much stuff going on, and I always felt like I had enormous responsibilities. And since I was the oldest, even if we were having fun, I had responsibilities to get all the kids back on time, get everybody in bed on time, etc., etc. And I feel like she's still in there trying to be recognized, trying to be, I don't know, a bigger part, because she's just been basically squelched for years and years and years. Even when she should have been out, when she should have been having fun and acting like a child, she wasn't really allowed to. And that was kind of a big moment, because I suddenly realized that's a lot of where my insecurities come from. That's a lot of where my fears come from, is from a child's point of view, and that the most basic and pure part of my soul disattaching from this body is in the form of a little girl. So that was something I realized last weekend, and it was just as profound now as it was then. And I can't say I completely understand it, but I'm working on it, and I think, it's time to make more steps toward maybe making her happy instead of worrying about all of this adult bullshit all of the time. And that she needs a little more attention than I've been giving her, because I basically didn't know she existed, and now I do. So that was the lesson from that, I guess. Anyway, yeah, that's my story for today. I hope everybody's going to have a lovely evening. It is beautiful and sunny outside, and it's a good day. Have a good night, everybody. Mwah.